The Loud House. Lynn and Order. Well, it's been a while since I've done a Loud House related review. So I'm gonna go and do it. I guess I feel like I should. Yes, I'm aware. This episode came out probably. Oh god, I may have to look up when it actually came out, but I think it was somewhere around like 4 months ago, something like that. It was definitely a few months ago for sure. I'm just gonna come clean right now and just say there's a good reason why it's been a while since the last Loud House related review. I think the last one I did was Save Royal Woods, which I guess technically wasn't too long ago. Like realistically, I guess it really wasn't too long ago, almost a year, I think. But really, in all seriousness, I've kind of moved away from the Loud House. I still think it's a decent show. I still think it's a good show for what it is. But I definitely put it a little bit further back in terms of the things that I'm focusing on. As for this episode is about Lynn getting a new partner for like her to do hall monitoring at her school with. And of course, it's Liam. Now, for those of you who have been here for a little bit, you may have remembered that a little bit ago, and by a little bit ago, I mean nearly 2 years ago, what the hell? What has happened with my life? Oh my god. Actually, I think it has been 2 years. Oh god. Yeah, 2021 maybe? Yeah, I think so, yeah. Anyways, I did a review of Cowboy Kid. And in that, I actually said it was a really good episode. And I liked the character pairing of Lynn and Liam. I will say the exact same thing with this episode. However, there is one problem I will say with this episode that I do have. This episode I thought was really good. Another one of those rare sort of things that you get in Season 6. Season 6 hasn't been as good as Season 5 was. I think that's kind of a given at this point with the show and just the way it's going. It's like a seesaw effect, if that makes any sense. Where like, because Season 5 introduced so many new things, like the middle school, and like all these other things that were going on, it had a little bit of an up, it had a little bit of an up there. But now it's kind of flatlined. We're back to kind of where we were in Season 4, where we're kind of like in this middle ground of like, here's a few Lincoln episodes, and then here's a few sister episodes, and then here's a few, it felt like it's lost its focus again. And this episode is certainly no different. But my main issue is the thing that they were kind of teasing in Season 5. That's basically gone in terms of the episode-to-episode continuity. There is a thing, and I don't know if there was a line in the episode that kind of hinted at this, or if there just wasn't, and it was just kind of like, whatever, that just never existed, But it just seemed like Lynn was just like, who is this guy? Who is Liam? Who is this? I've never met Liam before in my life. Who is this person? Completely forgetting the events of Cowboy Kid. Come on, guys. Really? Really? Like, okay, I get it. The Loud House isn't continuity, blah, 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 Nickelodeon, blah, blah, blah. But, like, come on, man. If you had Clyde, like, a season ago talking about something from, like, a few seasons before that, and then you had the Liam in one of the episodes, I don't remember what he was throwing, but he was throwing something, and it was, like, the thing that he did in Cowboy Kid. There was a little bit of like continuity there, just a little. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not saying we should like go like full on storylines or full on things like that, but like, man, just a little brief mention. Oh, you're the pitcher. You're the guy who did the throwing. Like that would have been just like perfect. I would have been like, oh my god, she remembered. And then that way you could even make it kind of make sense with the episode too. You could say like, oh, cool, you're the guy, the pitcher, you're awesome. Oh man, this is gonna be so easy. And then that's whenever Lynn starts to get annoyed by how he's doing things. Instead of, who is this kid? Who is this guy? I've never met him before in my entire life. And that's kind of like whatever the whole, thing is. Or at least that's what it seemed. Of course, she didn't actually say that. Now, if she said that, we'd have a little bit more of a problem. But we still do. Just a little bit. But I think the episode was good. I think the episode, what they did with it was fine. It seems like we're setting up something to where maybe this is going to be something that's going to be like referenced maybe at some point, or maybe it'll be something that we see in a future episode, you know, like Liam and Lynn being like call monitors and working together as that. That would be pretty cool. I highly doubt it with this show, but you never know, maybe it will happen. The other thing I wanted to mention, just a little tiny stupid thing. This doesn't really matter with the rating or the review in general. I just want to mention it. I don't care. You're here. I don't care. Zeno Robinson playing one of the characters in this. I think it was the kid getting his arm like stuck, and like Liam had to help him out of it. Yeah, Zeno Robinson played that character. Zeno Robinson is Remy Remington on Big City Greens, which is the one show that I actually do focus on. So that was kind of cool to hear that. All in all, this episode was good. Although the issue is there, I still think this episode was fun. I still think this episode was funny in certain ways, and it was entertaining. I just feel like the Loud House would really, really benefit from continuity. And it doesn't have to be amphibia level of continuity where we have to have a huge story arc and we have to have a huge ending. Or in the case of, I know it just ended, so I guess I'll bring it up, The Owl House, how it had its ending and how it had all of its, storylines wrapped up. Like I don't need that. But I would like to see something kind of like Big City Greens. I just mentioned it, Big City Greens. How each episode is neatly wrapped and is separate, so you can watch episodes out of order and still get what's happening. However, there's a layer of continuity on top of that. But it's still a comedy. It's still episodic. It's still silly, But it just has that extra layer of continuity to where you can watch it. And I feel like the Loud House would really benefit from that because I think Lincoln and all of his sisters, Clyde, Liam, Rusty, all of them could be very good in terms of like having some sort of arc, or I guess just, having the ability to even reference past episodes, like I just said with Lynn. I don't know. There's a lot of things you could do to fix this show, but I personally just think it's just one of those things where like Nickelodeon just kind of like, oh no, we're gonna be trapped in the early 2000s and we're just not gonna do anything. It's working, so let's just keep on doing it, and that's kind of what they're gonna go for. So yeah, Lynn and Orr was fun. It was a good episode. Aside from the little tiny issues of continuity and the little tiny issues of that, I think this episode was fine. I think it was good. Definitely one of the best of season 6. And guys, hopefully, and I mean hopefully, the next Loud House review won't take, how long has it been? Hold on. 8 months. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I'll go and see you guys soon. Take care, everybody.